here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets always are premium picks. Of course, we'll be going through today's schedule, talking about the games, doing the best we can to win. We certainly don't win them all. We don't even agree on them all. In fact, sometimes we hardly agree on anything. But, you'll get a variety of opinions. So, I don't know, for you trolls out there, you could pretty much say on a lot of games, if we don't have an agreement on it, you could pretty much say we lost them all, right? So it gives you a lot of good material. If you're not a troll and you're a fanboy, you could say we win them all. So you got it all covered. You got all the bases covered. And of course, got the eye candy today. We got Ron Romanelli with us. And let's see what we got. That didn't work. What happened? I lost you guys. That was weird. I lost you guys. Huh. All right, let me see if I can get these guys back in here. Got this guy, then this guy, this guy. There we go. All right, everybody's here. Anyways, we got everyone here. We got 4 NBA playoff games. We've got 2 hockey playoff games. We got 15. No, we got more than 15. We've got 18 Major League Baseball games on the schedule. We'll see how many of those get played. Brian Bittler, the meteorologist. The game that I picked.
I think we're going to lose a lot of games today.
The game that I thought was going to get canceled yesterday was the one that wasn't canceled, and everything else was. But we got 4 NBA games today, and I think this is the best day of the NBA schedule so far of the playoffs. I think these are the games that I think we've seen what's gone on in these series. Last night was interesting. The Hawks obviously, put the hammer down there on the Knicks, but I don't think anything happened in that game to say the Knicks are done or, you got to love the Knicks the next game. Money line.
Why do you got to love them?
Because the series is probably going 7 games, and it's like the NBA wants it to go 7, so they're going to give it to them. It's pretty much a gift. It's in the NBA's best interest for the Knickerbockers to win that game.
The Hawks. I'm a Hawks guy.
And the NBA, make no mistake about it, they always do what's in their best interest.
They sure do.
They do. First of the U.S. sports to go to sponsored jerseys. First of the U.S. sports to promote U.S. sports betting. Mm-hmm. Believe me, these are the guys, man. It started with the Dream Team, and it has never stopped. It's like, yeah, we'll sell. It's like $3 billion right now for an NBA team.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Believe me. Knicks. Trust it. $3 billion for one team. How many teams are there? 28?
30.
90 billion dollars in franchises, let alone the league. Knicks. Knicks and 7. That's all you gotta say. Knicks and 7. But yeah. Anyways, we go to today's matchups, and we got some beauties here, man. The Bucks looking to close it out against the Miami Heat with an early start here. Then we got a really early start. This game will be a 1 o'clock Western Pacific time start for Portland against Denver. You don't see a lot of 1 p.m. Pacific start times for Portland. Portland's normally the late night team, right? Even on Sunday nights, they're that late night game. There, it's like it's the opposite, right? Portland, top chefs in Portland. It's all going on. Portlandia. Got the Wizards and the Sixers and Memphis Grizzlies. 5% of the money on the money line on the Grizzlies against the Jazz. Wow. Yeah, I know. Against the Jazz. Rod, what do you like?
For me, I like the over in the Nuggets and Blazers. Look, Nuggets over their last 4 games. Blazers over their last 4 games. Last 4 meetings, over in the Nuggets and Blazers. Give me the over, 228. I see that. So give me the over, 228 for that one.
If you hang out a little bit, you're going to get 227s, which are almost there across the board. No. A lot of 227s.
So, I don't think you need it.
I might as well take it. I see a lot of 227s. But anyways, go ahead.
And the other one I like. Give me the Grizzlies at home here, plus the points. I think they've got a good chance to upset the Jazz at home here. Give me the Grizzlies. That's just too many points. Everybody's humping up on the Jazz there. Give me the Grizzlies.
Oh, we got a genius in the comments. It's Mike Williams. The trick is to bet the opposite. I hope you had the Yankees and the Dodgers yesterday. You lost $400 or plus, right, in 2 games. You got crushed. Bet the opposite of what they say. We give out trash picks for a living. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to smash that like button. We give out trash picks for a living. Yeah. Yep. No, they're here because they're better than us. That's why they're here. They're here because they're better than us. That's why they don't have the guts to get up and make their own picks. It's easier to just, we give out how many picks a year do you think on this show? 5,000, 5,000, 6,000. I mean, and then that times 3 or 4, right? So we probably give close to 20,000 picks a year. So, if you hit, I don't know, 55 to 60%, you're pretty much a rock star in this industry. So that's about 8 to 9,000 losers that we give out a year. So, yeah, we're soft. We just cry mommy when we get insulted. See, Frank, why don't you set up a channel? Why don't you be a real person, okay, instead of fake name from a movie? Set up a channel and let me take pot shots at you because, believe me, I'm a name caller, so it's like it's going to get ugly, right, in a hurry. I'm a name caller. Everyone knows it, right? Things go bad. Brian, have you ever heard me called a name caller before?
Yeah.
Anyways, man. Joke, man. Anyways, man. I don't even want to block these guys. The material's too good. Oh, it's weird that people say like the free picks have been trash because the interesting thing is we've agreed on nothing over the entire course of the week, I think. So it's like basically that's your picks then have been trash, right? Because we haven't agreed on anything, And I think we've had mixed results, each of us, in that regard. Anyways, got a fun crowd here today. Good Saturday crowd. Be sure to smash the like button. Helps us a ton. Costs you nothing. Rod, you done?
I'm done, yeah.
All right. Romanelli, your witness.
All right, here we go. Happy Saturday in the NBA, everybody. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks. I just think that this series is over. You look at the last 2 games, absolute blowouts. The Bucks are playing fantastic defense. Giannis didn't even have a great scoring night last game when the Bucks won by almost 20. And he put up less than 20 points. It was Chris Middleton that had the leading score for the Bucks. And so, if the Heat have done a good job of taking Giannis out of the offensive game, but he had 17 rebounds. He's been a great defender. The Heat are just not scoring, and I think this is the Bucks' sweep to win. So I like laying the points with Milwaukee. I also am going to lean towards the Utah Jazz. Not in love with how the public being all over the Utah Jazz in this one, but I just think Utah is a lot better of a defensive team than what we've seen in the first two games. Gave up 129 to the Grizzlies last game. You look at the benches of these two teams, just it's a total lopsided affair when you got the Jazz bringing Jordan Clarkson and Joe Ingles off the bench, and the Grizzlies bringing Grayson Allen. It's just I think the Jazz are just a better team, complete top to bottom. I think they give a better defensive showing, and for that reason, I'll lay the points. But I'd definitely be a little skeptical. Maybe see how this line goes. We'll revisit this one in the VIP show.
Well, it's clear from the comments here. We do have a bong hits and orange juice crowd on hand today. Brian?
I'm a little worried about my junior sharp, but I think we'll have to revisit that last game on the VIP show. But as far as this list of games go, Nuggets and Blazers, that's been the only series I couldn't get my finger on. But I really think the Nuggets are a strong play here. 7-3 against the spread in Portland and 6-2-1 against the spread as a playoff underdog. I think the Nuggets have the power to win this game outright, but I'll take the points for safety. I think it should be a nice cruise to a cover here.
I'm with Brian on the Nuggets. I think 4.5 is way too many to be given them. Even if they don't win the game, they're going to cover, but I think they have a good chance to win as well. I like I don't know about that Heat Bucks game. I think the Heat maybe squeak out. They have looked so bad. So bad.
Look at Boston Celtics last night. They looked so bad, and they came to play. So
I had money line in that one, personally.
That was one dude. He took the team on his shoulder.
Yeah, but there's one ball, but it takes 5 guys. It takes all 5.
Let's not forget Miami has one of the best head coaches in the NBA.
Right. No, all that stuff is true, but the Bucks. The thing is that we've seen the Bucks dominate in the regular season. These comments are tough today. I'm just trying to follow along with the conversation, trying to make sense of it all. But anyways. I just think that the other ones I'll talk about tonight on the VIP, but these two early games, I find it hard to rally with Miami here because they haven't really shown me anything that's kind of like, yeah, they're so close, and it was like whatever. The first game maybe, but the last 2 games, the Bucks look focused in, man. It's like this looks like a team that's mad about the last 2 years. And they're playing how the Clippers should you would think the Clippers would be playing, and the Clippers, we saw a little bit of it last night.
That Clippers got it done yesterday.
They did. So these are my least favorite comments, is the ones saying that we just sit here, that they're just here for picks. This guy, right? I'm just here to get picks and advice on games. Stop worrying about other people's comments. Well, that's what you say, but I have a guy who's threatening to come here to kill me, okay? He's got my address. He's got everything, okay? He sent it to me. Okay? He's threatening to kill me. So, no, I'm not going to stop worrying about the comments. In fact, I'm calling the state police, and they have a menacing law in his state. And I have to have the FBI involved. Yeah, I'll just stop worrying about comments. This guy's threatening to kill me. And his name is Ryan B. Smith. He was on Facebook. I'll show everybody his picture. I'll find it. And, this guy is he's a whack job. I'll show you guys the emails if you want to see it. And you tell me I should stop worrying. Guy sends me my address. He's messaging my wife. Yeah. You stop worrying about it. Then don't come. Just buy the premium picks, man. It's easy, right? You go on the website, all the picks are there. We have free picks on the website. We have free pick videos. We have whatever. But if you think it's okay for someone to just threaten me, that they're going to kill me and give out my address, tell me that my address, tell me what it is, and all that other stuff, well, then
Yeah, that's
You sit
cool.
up here, man. Then you sit here. Anyways, I'm sorry to dump that on you guys, but it's ridiculous, man. Stop acting tough on the show, and you won't have to worry about. I act tough on here. I'm missing that. Like I'm gonna kill somebody or physically threaten somebody. I'm acting tough. You know what, Frank? You gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah.
You gotta go. You're an
You gotta
idiot.
go, buddy. That's
I mean, you're a
You gotta
moron.
go.
Acting tough. I'm missing that, man. Maybe I'm opinionated about games and athletes and sports and players and all of that stuff and picks, but tough. I think you missed it.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's just a jerk, man, this guy. People say that all the time. You act like you're tough. It's like, because I have an opinion. It's like ridiculous, man. I'm not playing this game with you guys. We're not going to ignore him. We're just going to block him, man. Not welcome here, man. Idiot. Like, I deserve it. Saying that is like, you deserve it. Like, yeah, she deserved to get raped. Yeah. It's like one of those opinions, right? It's like, you're going to be kidding me, man. What a joke you are. Anyways. Brian, what are you selling?
Well, today I'm going to focus in on what I've been doing well lately, and that is the NBA. 12-4, 75% in the NBA playoffs. Get my NBA No Limit 3-pack, my 3 best bets today, all in the NBA at pickdogs.com for $50.
And for me, I got a 3-pack today. I went 5-1 last weekend and looking to do more of the same, maybe a 6-0 sweep at Saturday, Sunday. 3 plays, 2 of them are in the MLB and 1 in the NBA playoffs.
And for me, it's Satisfaction Saturday. We had a nice big winning Saturday last Saturday. Let's do it again. So excited for today's action. We've got 3 NBA, 2 NHL, 2 MLB. Totally love these best bets. Jump aboard over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get you all 7 for $40. Have a big day.
I got an MLB 5-pack, and we got a VIP show this afternoon. It's going to be a gem. All right, we got Major League Baseball, 18 games. Brian, what's the over-under on cancellations today?
I'd say around 4 cancellations. Pittsburgh Pirates and Colorado Rockies, I'd be shocked if that game went off. Washington Nationals, second game of the Pittsburgh Pirates, that would be 4. What else? Boston Red Sox and Miami Marlins, I'd be surprised. New York Mets and the Braves. We'll see. I'm hoping for the best.
Gonna have a lot of double headers.
I say that.
There's already a lot of doubleheaders.
Yep.
4.5.
All right, let's get to it. I'm really excited about a lot of the things going on behind the scenes here at Pick Dogs, to be honest with you. I can't wait to show you guys. And I think you guys are going to love it. A lot of the stuff is stuff that we talk about and you guys ask for. A lot of the stuff is stuff that you guys pay for at other sites. You're going to get for free here. Better versions, free. And it's a good way to take away someone's business strategy. And this is how I do it. I don't need to buy commercials on their site. We're just going to produce a better product and give it away for free. Let's see how they like that. And then what else we have? So, I mean, you can kind of, those of you that are newer to Pick Dogs, you can kind of see the way that I do things. It's kind of like I I come up with an idea, a way of doing things, and then I steadily try to improve it, and I always keep improving it. Other ideas, well, they're just bad ideas, and we kind of phase them out, kind of like the UFC show. And it's not something that we're permanently not going to do it. We just need to do it. If we're not going to do it correctly, we're not going to do it at all. So like with the video, right? We started off, I used to stand in front of a banner, right? I didn't even say who I picked, nothing, right? It was just me in front of a banner. Then it was me in front of a banner with the logos of the teams. Then it was me in front of the banner with the logos of the teams, and then text. This is the odds of the game and the pick. Then it became what it is now. Me in front of a screen where we have some graphics and some other stuff going on. And then the next iteration will be some different backgrounds, some different graphics, and some other information that that I'm talking about, that you'll be able to see exactly, what I'm talking about and stuff. And it's exciting. Same thing on our websites, everything. We start it small, we see what people like, what's working, and then we blow it up. We don't just go out and raise money and think we accomplished something like some of these other sites out there. Rhymes with Lager Walk. Wouldn't mention any names. Pirates, Rockies, game 1. Rays, Phillies. Nationals, Brewers, game 1. Twins, Royals. White Sox, Orioles, game 1. Cubs, Reds, game. Brian, who do you like out of these 6?
It's a little square, but I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays here against the Phillies. I think the only chance the Phillies have to win this game is if Wheeler pitches 8 to 9 innings of shutout baseball. I just think the Rays, Yarborough's been consistently pretty good keeping the Rays in games. And I think with the Rays being as hot as they are, 9-1, I think over the last 10, I don't think the Phillies have much of a shot here. I'm going to take the Rays at that small price. And then the Twins, there's no way they should be laying all that juice with Happ on the mound. I know I'm a Happ guy once in a while, but I'll take the Royals bullpen against the Twins starting pitcher today at a plus 140 price. And if the Pittsburgh Pirates do play game 1, I like them. They're laying minus 135, and that seems like they're begging you to take the Rockies and Gomber, who's been doing much better for Colorado. So
Gomber's
it just seems
game
odd
2.
to me.
Game 1,
I'll take
John
the
Gray
Pirates.
against Brubaker.
That was Brubaker in game 1? I thought it was Gomber.
Brubaker, Gray, 12:05.
Great.
Oh, now forget that then. Stick to the Rays and the Royals on the money line.
And for me, in that Rockies-Pirates game, I like the under in game 1 with John Gray and Brubaker on the mound. The Rockies, overall, their offense hasn't been too shabby, but that's at Coors Field. On the road, they've been miserable. Overall, they're 3-20 away from home, and the Pirates, we know that they're one of the weakest offenses in the league, the 29th in runs scored. I think the total's super low for a reason, so I like the under in that one. I also like the Kansas City Royals in the first 5 innings. I think they could win the full game, but I think the first 5 is plenty valuable enough. You got J.A. Happ on the mound for the Twins. He's been miserable as of late. Irvin Santana hasn't given up a run in his last 5 outings. He does only go about 1 to 2 innings, maybe 3. But he's been giving the Royals great starts recently, and I think that he's going to put the Royals in a competitive position early in this one. So I like the Royals first 5.
And for me, I like the Pirates over the Rockies here. I agree, probably a low scoring 2-0, 2-1 game. Pirates get the win in that one. And I'm going to go the other way. I like the Phillies with Wheeler on the mound. I think he comes out and has a solid game, shuts down the Rays. He's been striking out guys left, right, and center. So he's been the better pitcher between him and Yarborough this year for sure. So I'm going to take the Phillies in that one. They get a nice win over the Rays. Phillies are 7-2 in their last 9 of game 1 of a series. And the Rays, for some reason at home, they just play down to teams. Their last 8 at home, they're 2-6 versus a team with losing record. So I'm going to take the Phillies, get an upset on that one. Only 2 I like.
I agree with Rod. I love the Rays in this game. It just seems like an absolute layup. It's like as good as they've been. They're only 13-13 at home, and normally, teams that have a bad record like at home, generally that means that they're spring-loaded to start padding up some wins on that thing. And I think that the Rays start to do that here. Wheeler's been a flat-out disappointment, I think, for the Phillies, and they would love to unload him at the trade deadline and that fat contract that he doesn't earn one dime of. I think they can't wait to get rid of this guy, and I think the other players resent how much money he makes and how bad he is, and they don't want to do anything to back him. I'm going to take the Rays.
How's Wheeler bad this year, though?
Well,
his ERA is 2 point something, and he's been pitches 8 innings almost every time he goes out there.
The problem is that when you're number one starter,
he's a number 2. He's a number 2 starter. Noel's number 1.
When you make that much money, you gotta be better than that.
No, I think Wheeler's having a great year. Wheeler, he's been fantastic, really, but the Phillies are just destroyed right now, lineup-wise. Their lineup's terrible. So he's going to have to pitch. I'm
just not a Wheeler guy. If I'm picking in the draft the year he's taken, I take Mike Trout.
I'm not a Yarbrough.
We're not going to.
That guy's 3-3 on the year. No.
Well, a 2.3 ERA, 74 strikeouts.
Picked 8 spots ahead.
I know Wheeler's no Mike Trout. We know that.
8 spots ahead. That's why they're paid the big bucks. I love the Rockies here against the Pirates. The Pirates are in a flat-out regression, and Brubaker's leading the charge. A guy that we backed plenty earlier this season, but lately he's looked like J-Hap. I mean, he just stinks. I mean, he's just terrible. He's making all the wrong pitches at all the wrong times, and it's like he's paying the price on every single one of those. I mean, he is giving up big, big numbers. And against a frustrated Rockies team, I think he might be just what the doctor ordered for them. I mean, Brubaker has been terrible, and I've been a big Brubaker guy. But, that 4.2 ERA is an aberration because it's like it's actually, should be like 42. It's at 4.2. He stinks, man. He's been terrible. These guys say straight garbage. 5.1 innings pitched, 7 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 7 strikeouts. A lot of 7s there, but the only one that's not a 7 is the 3 bombs he gave up. I mean, he looked lost in Atlanta. He looked like Jordan Lyles out there.
Lyles didn't do bad yesterday.
We know Jordan Lyles, Brian. We know Jordan Lyles. We've seen Jordan Lyles.
And Brubaker's had 2 bad starts. I think he's due for a bounce back. I think he's got the talent. I think he'll bounce back.
Pirates stink, man. Just so done with them. Maybe that's when they bounce back. I don't know. No premium pick for me, but I just don't like it. I don't like their attitude. It's their attitude. Stinks.
They're fundamentally bad.
I haven't seen an attitude that bad since Steve Monahan was on the show. His attitude stinks. Rod used to love that bit. Your attitude stinks. That was back in the old days when I used to do this from the living room. Old school.
Old school.
How about Dallas Keuchel versus Matt Harvey? How many runs? The total set at 6.5. I know it's only a 7-inning game, but I mean, you think that's a little to the low side?
2 washed-up scrubs pitching. Yeah.
I mean, the Orioles and the Pirates are the 2 teams that have really fallen off the face of the earth over the last 2 weeks. That's why my picks have been so bad. My premium picks, I'm still riding the train and getting clobbered. I'm off. I'm off.
I'd probably take the under in that one just because it seems crazy.
Brian, you stick to the Marlins, the Nationals, and the Giants like a good handicapper.
I just 6.5 with those 2 on the mound seems crazy.
It's ridiculous.
So I'm going to go under just because it seems ridiculous.
Both those guys are fully capable of giving up 6.5 on their own.
In the first inning.
In the first inning. Hitters ballpark. I don't know. Pirates and the Rockies, game 2. This is the Gomber special. He's up against Keller. Then you got Alex Cobb and Frankie Montas in Oakland against the Angels. Nathan Eovaldi throws 600 miles an hour up against the Miami Marlins, who, man, that game was just ridiculous last night. The Marlins had the bases loaded in the 6th inning and didn't score a run, and then they called the game. It's like they had the bases loaded. It was like the Marlins are a late inning rally team. I don't know, man. Whatever. The home team gets to make that call if the game is over or not. They're winning. Of course they're going to say it's over. I think that was one of those games that they probably shouldn't have played. It was just pouring the whole time.
Yeah, the constant rain, it'd be impossible for them to play it anyway later.
Hentges versus Stripling in that Indians-Blue Jays matchup. That one's for the real diehard fan. And then you got Tigers, Yankees, Robbie Grossman, plus 230. Sent the squares home, wondering what just happened.
I like that.
And speaking of guys that throw 600 miles an hour, Jake Odorizzi's pitching today for the Astros up against Yu Darvish. I think of the fireballers, I think that I think Eovaldi's a little better than Odorizzi at this point. But they are very similar guys, right? Very similar. They both throw like just ridiculous heat. It's like Odorizzi's had limited success in his career, but it's like he's got the heater, right? So it's like he's always going to have a job. You can't coach, I said this in the video, and I say it all the time. It's like you can coach like this, that, or the other thing. You can coach a split-fingered fastball, but you can't coach 98 miles an hour, You got it or you don't. That's what Roger Clemens, that's the coach said at Texas when first time he saw Clemens pitch. Can't teach
that's what
that.
Wheeler throws, 98.
Can't teach that. Yeah, Wheeler's pathetic.
He's not pathetic.
It's sad, Brian. It's sad. Just keep hanging on. Just keep hanging on.
I like the Rays today. I'm just saying.
Okay, man.
I think you're a little hard on Wheeler.
You get your Bryce, your Bryce Harper Lou Gehrig Day edition jersey will be here shortly. Lou Gehrig Day. It's not today, right? It's Monday? Tuesday? June 2nd. Lou Gehrig Day.
Whichever day Lou Gehrig Day is the day they're going to full capacity in Philadelphia for baseball.
New day in baseball. Lou Gehrig Day, June 2nd. Good one. Sports charity. We get ALS. Good one. It's a good one. I wonder, is everyone going to wear number 4? I don't like the jersey thing. Jackie Robinson Day. It just confuses the hell out of me.
I don't think they wear number 4.
Yeah, I'm going to guess they do.
I only remember seeing 42.
Yeah, but Luke, this is the first Lou Gehrig Day.
Oh, okay.
This is the first one. So we're going to find out. It's going to be something. I'll Google it while we're getting Rod's opinion on these games.
For me in this one, we're gonna take the White Sox on the run line in game 1, and I'll take the Orioles in game 2. They show up and get a win with Means to be the starting pitcher in game 2 in that one. We're gonna split in that one. White Sox game 1, Orioles game 2. And the other one I like the Padres. Totally fade Jake Odorizzi rejoining the rotation after first time in a month. That guy's awful. I remember his days in Minnesota. Give me the Padres to whoop up on the Astros again. Squarefish Patty, you can give me that look all you want, Bitler, but I'll take the Padres on the run line in that one just for that. The Bitler look.
Look at Odorizzi's
The
record
Bitler
last
look,
season.
right?
The Bitler look. Oh no, not the
You're always
Bitler
picking
look.
on Brian,
last
Rod.
season.
You're always
He had
picking on
15
Brian.
wins.
0-2 and with a nice 10.13 ERA. Woo! Odorizzi is just Odorizziing it up. Woo! Give me the Padres on the run line in that.
Rod getting fancy with the descriptions there. Kind of picking up his game. It's kind of kicky there.
Give me the stare down. I'll give you the stare down. Come on.
Look at Odorizzi's pitch.
I'm looking at it. 0-2.
That's because he wasn't healthy. He wasn't healthy. Now he's healthy.
He should start. He should be the number 2 pitcher on the Angels, right?
Well, don't worry. He's going to send those fish patties home with a very big frown on their faces today.
Don't worry, the Angels will.
So each home club will host ceremonies and display 4 ALS logos in ballparks commemorating Lou Gehrig's uniform number. Players, managers, and coaches will all wear a Lou Gehrig Day patch on their uniforms, and players will also wear logo wristbands during the game.
That's nice.
So we'll be able to tell who's who. Ron.
Alrighty, I like 3 in this time slot. I like the Oakland A's on the money line. Just going to fade Alex Cobb here. I think actually Cobb has the lowest ERA of the starting pitchers for the Angels.
Fired the Angels pitching coach.
Yeah, Mickey Callaway gone. The A's are just a better team. The Angels are 9-15 on the road this season. A's 2 games above 500 at home. I like the Oakland A's. I also like the Detroit Tigers, but I'm going to take them in the first 5 innings. I think Spencer Turnbull gives the Tigers a good shot at winning this one, but I don't trust that bullpen towards the later innings. You got Davy Garcia on the mound for the Yankees. I'm just not too confident in his abilities. He's probably not going to go too deep in this game either. I think the Tigers do score a couple, and they take the lead past the 5th inning. So I'll take the Tigers first 5. I also like the San Diego Padres on the money line against the Astros. And I'll fade Senor Square and Brian. Jake Odorizzi, 10.13 ERA, a 6.37 FIP. He is striking out a lot of batters, but when you give up 3.38 home runs per 9, just can't trust you, especially when you got Yu Darvish as the other pitcher on the other side. Padres are the better team with the better starter and the better bullpen. You got to take the Padres. The money says one thing, but the stats say another, so I'll take the Padres.
I like the over in Bittler's commentary during this segment of use of the word humping, and I like the over 4 on this one because I see 82% of the money on the others on the Padres here. So I hear a solid opener with the public humping.
I just had a loss for words for Romanelli. He's killing me.
Go ahead, Brian. Tell him.
Odorizzi, you're talking about statistics, but he's only pitched 10.1 innings this season.
Because
so
he hasn't held up.
I think today he's going to the Astros absolutely imploded yesterday and ruined my premium pick on them. I was heartbroken when I went to bed last night, but I think they get one back on. Yu Darvish is a very good pitcher, but the Padres are about as square as you can get today. I don't see him taking another big bath. And Angels, I like the Angels on the mound with Cobb. I think he's their best starter, which isn't really saying too much. I backed the Oakland A's the last 2 days, but I'm flipping to the Angels. I think they steal one. That's another super public play, Oakland Athletics. So I'm going Angels and Astros here. Could have easily been premiums.
I like the handicappers. The handicappers. I'm reading the comments. I like the Padres with these guys. It's like the comments are just so. I don't know, man. I always read the comments. I always try and make sense of it. And I read the comments. The reason why I read the comments, people are like, oh, you shouldn't pay attention to the comments. But the reason I read the comments is because it gives me a good indication as to what people want and what they don't want. And it's, and I if I'm presenting a format, or a forum for trolls to take pot shots at me, man, on my own time, well, that's not what I'm trying to do here. So, and it's like, if they have something, if they truly do believe that, what they're saying in the comments, I just try and correct them and say, hey, maybe you might be a misunderstanding here, or, we don't accept your behavior. All of those things are true. But a lot of times I'm just trying to correct people. Like, I don't think you understand what you're saying, or I think you may misunderstand something here. So there's someone here saying that another site intentionally loses picks. It's just as hard to lose every game as it is to win every game. It's just as hard. It's just as hard. And
how is it easy to purposely lose a game?
I don't know. If you're a player, it's easy, right? You just miss a couple shots or, strike out in key spots or, there's a lot of things you just don't catch the ball when it hits you, right? I mean, there's some easy things you can do, but as far as intentionally losing bets, very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. It's just as hard. To lose them all is very difficult. I mean, I've had days where I've lost every pick, for sure. So it's like I've had days where I've won every pick. And I have to say, it's just as hard. Because the days when I lose everyone, I would have made those same picks again. If I had all those games in front of me, all my stuff, all the things that have created winning days, were the same things I used on those losing days. And, you take a day like yesterday for me, right? I lose the Marlins on the rain out, and then, I'm dead to rights in the Yankee game. I get bailed there by a home run, so I'm going to have a winning day plus money regardless because I'm getting plus 230 on my money there. And then the Giants blow a 3-run lead in the ninth inning on a home run, and then they come back in the 10th and score 3. So that could have easily been an 0-3 day for me. It was 2-1 at big plus money winners, plus 180 and plus 230. Ends up being plus 310. It could have easily been minus 300. That's what it comes down to, And I've had a bunch of them go the other way, especially over the last week. I'd say the bulk of my losses are games that I'm in all the way in baseball. I mean, once in a while you just get roughed up. I mean, it just happens. We've all been like, first inning, it's like Dunning the other day, right? And even the Rangers came back in that one, ended up losing by a run. But it was, it's 5-0 in the first inning. Nothing fun about that. I used to have that picture. I got to find it. I took a picture. The Cardinals were up 14-0 in a game in football. And it was 5 minutes into the game. And ESPN, had the probability meter. They still had a 98% probability of losing the game. They were up 14-0. It's like, and they did lose. It's like, things are bad. But anyways, I'm trying to explain why I care so much. I think that's what makes us a little different than the other guys, is that we actually do care. I'm not in this for a buck. I'm in this to build something. These guys will tell you the same thing. I could care less about, it's not about selling a pick. It's not about doing anything. It's building a community that just continues to get larger and larger and larger. If you look at our YouTube channel, you could see, it's like what we're doing for the most part is working. It's like the other guys have more subscribers than us. A couple channels do because they've been around 10 years longer than us, but we're chopping them down, every month. It's like we're halfway home on most of them. We're going to pass them by December, and they know it. They do anything with grasping at straws. Copying. They love to copy, right? The copy. Copy. Let's do what Mitch is doing. Let's do what Mitch is doing. What's Mitch? We'll call it something different. How about, let's see. You still do your 3-day, what do you call them again? Bread and butter place, Romanelli?
Yep, 3-day bread and butter.
I'm going to do butter and bread picks. Not copying. Just trying something.
I copied Rod. I took Tantalizing Tuesday.
I copied Romanelli. I took the Padres over the Astros today.
Oh, yeah.
I copied Rod.
I copied Rod. I copied Ron copying Rod.
Filet of fishes today.
Yeah, we're all square. What are you going to spend your winnings on?
Well, you were the one that said we need to fade the Padres this year, and now you're jumping off. No, you're jumping on.
I see what you're saying, Brian, but the stats just disagree with you.
I understand the money and all that other stuff, but the thing is, I can't put my hard-earned money on Jake Odorizzi against a professional baseball team.
Especially because Yu Darvish on the other side, 5-1, 1.75 ERA. It's just
It's not just that the Padres are picking it up. I mean, I know you don't watch my videos, but I say it in my videos. I've said at the beginning of the season, fade the Padres, but you know what? This team has come together, and they're looking like one of the better baseball teams right now. At the beginning of the season, they were involved in a lot of these pitching duel games, these tactical games, and that has served them well at this point because now they know how to win and how to avoid some of those situations and take advantage, and they're not making the mistakes. Tatis doesn't have the balls hitting him off the kneecap anymore or off the ankle. The ball gets hit to him, he fields the ball with two hands. No more hot dogging. You field the ball with two hands, you throw it to first base. You want a hot dog? Hit a home run, do your stupid dance. I mean, ridiculous, the celebrations. Just round the bases. You think Babe Ruth did that stuff? Doubt it.
He did it before. He just called his shot.
Babe Ruth was too drunk to do that stuff.
I did like a 4,000-word essay on Babe Ruth and all the things he did.
Oh, man. He's the best.
Yep. Life of a champion.
The Bambino.
Sultan of SWAT.
He was like a rock star. Anyway, let's round it out here. Lance Lynn against John Means. John Means at plus 160. Are the books begging for Oriole action on that one? Got the Dodgers and the Giants. Giants might have gotten into the Dodgers' head. I wonder if Kenley Jansen will be available after that display last evening. Got the Nationals against the Brewers. I have no idea who's pitching for the Nationals, but I'm taking them there because it's a fate of Brett Anderson for me. Then you got...
It might be John Lester.
So here's the Aqua. So it's actually
might.
the late game here is Walker and Anderson. I talked a little about this on the YouTube Premium. Aqualung, Ian Anderson. Do they call him Aqualung? Or is that ours?
That's ours.
It's ours. All right. Keep it. I'm keeping it. And we got Justin Dunn against Fultonevich. And then of the pitchers that have had the comeback years this year, and we've had a few of them out there, I think Adam Wainwright's right up there at the top, man. He's been outstanding, going deep into games, right? I mean, he's given those guys some real innings. Let's look at how many innings he's gone recently. 8 innings last time out, 8.1. He's got a 9-inning game, a 7-inning game. I mean, he's gone, this guy's...
He's also gotten blown up.
Yeah, well, he's 70 years old. He's
70.
That's what people say to me. Like when I get the emails, the troll emails, they say, "You're 70 years old. You're gonna be dead soon anyway." Thanks. Yeah, it's fun being Mitch.
I hope you have a Mitch's mailbag
for today. No, because my picks won. So and also the Nets lost. So that troll who had written me the letter that I read yesterday told me how easy the Nets were going to win. So of course he didn't write back because he knew it was going to be ugly. Oh man, that's bad. My 4-year-old knows the sound of Mitch's voice. My wife just said that's bad. Hey. Oh, man. Any of these games, Rod? These last 6?
For me in this one, these, the only one I like is the over in the Cardinals and Diamondbacks, and I'll take the Cardinals on the run line. We're going to kick the snot out of the Diamondbacks with a little Frank off. There's going to be a little takeoff is what's going to happen. Here you go. Here, have this ball. Woo, there it goes. Frank off's been garbage. Yeah, I think the Cardinals can get over the number on their own. Give me the over in that one and the Cardinals on the run line.
Yep, I have to agree. I like the over in that Cardinals D-backs game. Wainwright has been inconsistent. He's been solid in some starts, but he's also gotten blown up, like Brian said. I don't think he gets shelled today, but I do think he gives up a few to a Diamondbacks lineup that hasn't been miserable. It's been the pitching that's really struggled, and I think they give up a ton of runs as well. I like the over in that one. And that's it for this window.
Brian?
Yeah, Diamondbacks are another team that has chat my ass a lot recently. I'm going to look at that game at the VIP show a little bit later, let that line percolate. Right now I'm like in Arizona, but as far as right now goes, San Francisco Giants are the best deal right now on the money line at plus 165 or so. Dodgers overpriced as usual. Logan Webb has been consistently keeping Giants in the ball game. So I like San Francisco at that plus money price.
Okay. I like the Nationals here, TBD against Brett Anderson. I just think it's just the fate of Brett Anderson, and also I feel obligated to take the Nationals since people say I always do. I got a few premiums on these later games, and I think that White Sox Orioles looks to be a little trappy as well. I think it's a run liner for Lance Lynn in this one because John Means, it's just too much value there, right? Plus 160, whatever he is. He's too good for that. You think the Orioles try to unload Means and get like some real good guys for him, or you think this is going to be the anchor of our staff if we ever rebuild?
I think he gets traded.
I don't know. I think he sticks around.
Tough call.
Orioles do have a lot of prospects. Adley, Rushman, Mountcastle still grooming. Yeah. Orioles just need some more pitching. Their prospects in the pitching department aren't great, but we will see. Another comeback of the year player could be John Means. Bad 2020, but doing real good in 2021.
Wainwright's going to be...
That's your National League guy.
Well, brings us to the National Hockey League. I'm going to Zawacki my way through this segment. Let's pick a team that's winning. Wear their hat. And
what team do you got? The Avalanche?
No, I got Vegas.
Yeah.
You got to take the team that's winning and just wear their hat. Act like you've been wearing it the whole time. Rod goes back with the editing software and smears out the Illinois logo from his hat and draws in, the Baylor logo. It's like... So on the old baseball cards, I don't know if you guys ever seen that. I know Romanelli's a card collector. So the first year that they had free agency, the very first year, I think it was 76. They shot the pictures for the baseball cards before the free agent signing because no one really knew what free agency was. So what they did is instead of reshooting, they drew in the hats of the guys. Have you ever seen this, Romanelli?
I've seen it.
I've seen some of the funky pictures.
Yeah, Don Gullett has a drawn-in hat. I believe Oscar Gamble, the famous Fro one, has the drawn-in hat.
Oh.
I believe it is. But Reggie Jackson had a drawn-in Yankees hat that year. Let's see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Right?
Yeah.
You see it? It's drawn in.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? It's like the white
and
background here.
On hockey cards, they did the same thing, but they took their old picture. Their picture would be them in the old team, and then they put like an overlay of like their new team. So the picture of them is them in the old team jersey in their uniform, but the overlay for the card is actually them on a new team. I remember those.
It's like they drew it on a piece of paper and they held it over. It's like, hey, do you think this looks okay? Okay, yeah, let's go with it. It's like Sal Bando, it's like, what is that? Sal Bando had the same thing, and Joe Rudy, like all those guys had like, all the guys that were in that original free agent class. I could tell you the ones to look for. Don Gullett, Reggie Jackson, I know them off the top of my head. Joe Rudy, Sal Bando were all guys in that class. Oscar Gamble. Yep. Those are the main ones that year. There was a bunch. And then there was the year that they were going to move the Padres to Washington. So they didn't know what to call them. So they released the cards and they said, They said Washington, National Leaguers. And it was all Padres. And the team never ended up moving. That, I think, was 72 or 73. Crazy stuff. So Zwacky draws in his hats. He's got... We're awaiting the NBA champion.
He's got his Nets hat.
Well, he has the Celtics hat. He has the Celtics hat, so it'll be the ones that he's wearing the Celtics hat. It'll be like, we'll draw it in, you know? Anyways, Canadians against the Leafs. The Canadians won't go away. This won't go away. I love them here.
It's a good thing.
And the Islanders against the Bruins. The Bruins minus 185. They showed on ESPN this morning. I was watching before the show. I rarely watch, ESPN, but I was watching before the show. Just the TV was on there. I heard the Potvin sucks chant in the background. I know they were talking about something, So they were talking about, hated guys in stadiums or something. Like just Trae Young. And it was like, I heard the Potvin sucks chant. It's like, he's been retired for, They still do it. Anyways, Rod's got his Leafs hat on, so obviously he's on Montreal here. Who do you like?
For me, I like the under in that game. They're going to kick the snot out of each other, and there are definitely going to be some fans in the stands. First time in any Canadian game, they're going to be some people actually in the seats. Might cost them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get into that seat, but they'll be in there. Love the under. Only twice has it ever went over in the first few games already. So throwback hockey, Montreal style is the way it's been this series. Hitting, checking, beating the snot of each other. Give me the under 5.5 goals in that one. And I like the same thing in the other one. The Islanders and Bruins both play defensive style hockey. Hard hitting, checking. Another under. Give me the under 5.5 on that one. You can parlay them up. Under. Double under.
Ron, any opinion?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to copycat Rod again. I like both of those unders. I think, there's not too much value on the money line for the favorites. I do. I think I was reading a couple comments. Did you give out the Bruins as your Stanley Cup champ, Rod?
As my champ? No, I have them coming out of the East.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
I have Colorado, or I have Boston versus the Avs.
Avalanche.
I think the Stanley Cup's going to be.
Rod gave out.
I like Boston to win the Cup. I think they're a good value play. I think they're gonna take down the Islanders in about 5 games. Unfortunately,
Wow.
I'll be rooting for the Islanders, but
Wow.
the Bruins. The difference between the Bruins and the Penguins. The Bruins have sharp goaltending. They have much better defense. The Islanders are not going to get their squeaky goals that they did in the first series. And I'll be rooting for the Islanders, until the end. But I just think Boston is the worst matchup. They would have definitely rather play the Capitals. So I think the Bruins win the series, and I think that they're a good value play for the Stanley Cup. But I like the under in both of these games today.
Brian, any opinion?
I'm worried about my good friend Romanelli, but I agree with Rod and Romanelli. The under looks very good in both. So I'm going to steal that one from Rod and bet at large. It looks very good. I'm also going to take a shot with the Montreal Canadiens. They had a lot of heart and won that last game in overtime. I think they come home here and force a Game 7. I'm not going to bet the house on it, but it's worth a nice $100 bet. I'm going to take Montreal plus money.
I'm going to put a $70 parlay on both dogs here, the Islanders and the Canadians. All right, time for the recap and parlay section. We now comboed these, Ron, while you were gone. Comboed the parlay recap section.
Sounds good.
Makes it more exciting, Just makes it a little.
I agree.
Kind of keeps everyone at the edge of their seat. Rod, who do you got?
All right, for me, we're going to go in the NBA. We're taking the Nuggets over 228.5. and we're taking Memphis plus the points. MLB, we're taking the Pirates on the money line game 1. Phillies on the money line. Padres on the run line. Cardinals on the run line. And the over in the Cardinals game. And in the NHL, we're taking the Leafs under, Boston under. I like that as a 2-team parlay. Parlay those two up. There's a little 2-teamer there. But my birdcage, we're going to take the Padres on the run line, Cardinals on the run line, and the Nuggets plus the points. And for me, jump aboard. Satisfaction Saturday. You're going to have ourselves a big winning Saturday. Jump aboard.
Go to Ron Romanelli. What happened there? I was not supposed to do that. Huh. It's so weird. It's like, I don't know what happened. Oh, well. I can't get the switcher to work right. No. Huh. Strange. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, well. Maybe I'll just go back to the 4 square. Figure it out later. Go ahead, Ron.
Okay. In the NBA, I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm going to lean towards the Utah Jazz, but we'll revisit that one later on the VIP. In MLB, I like the under in the Rockies game. I like the Royals and the Tigers in the first 5 innings. And I like the Oakland A's and San Diego Padres on the money line, as well as the over in that Diamondbacks and Cardinals game. And then in the NHL, I like Rod's little 2-team under parlay in both hockey playoff games. My parlay is going to be both unders in the NHL, the over in the D-backs game, and the Milwaukee Bucks laying the points. And tonight I have today actually, they're all early games, a 3-pack, 2 MLB and 1 NBA playoff game. Looking to repeat our success from last weekend. Jump aboard.
Brian, it's you.
Yeah, for me in the NBA, I got the Denver Nuggets plus the points in Major League Baseball. I got the Rays on the money line, the Royals on the money line. Got the Angels money line, Astros money line, Giants money line, Montreal Canadiens on the money line, and then my parlay is the Nuggets plus the points, teamed up with the 2 layup picks of the Angels and the Astros. Oh, and make sure you check out my NBA No Limit 3-pack at pickdogs.com.
I took the Nuggets. No particular dipping sauce with those Nuggets. We never can agree on that. That's for damn sure. Though Rod does lean to barbecue once in a while.
Honey mustard.
Yep.
We've been down this path before.
Sweet and sour for me.
Yeah, we've been down this path. My wife likes the
What a Chick-fil-A afterwards.
I like the Rockies in game 1. I like the Rays. I like the over in the White Sox Orioles. I like the A's. I like the Yankees. I like the Padres. I like the White Sox on the run line in game 2. The Nationals with TBD up against Brett Anderson. And the comeback player of the year, Adam Wainwright, and the Cardinals. I'll parlay up the early Rockies game 1 with Freddie Peralta and the Brewers in game 1. And with the over in the White Sox Orioles at 6.5, which just seems insane to me. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Those of you that are VIP members, we'll see you guys later on this afternoon. And let's make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow.